Hey everybody, my name is Jasmine and welcome to the Jazzy Nation. So I thought it'd be interesting to react to Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown video all about Morocco. This is something that I watched right before moving to Morocco and I have some things to say. I prepared for my move basically through my French class and then things here and there, but I didn't really research Morocco like that. I looked at pictures, met one other person that lived in Morocco at the time, but that was it. I didn't really do much research. I already loved Anthony Bourdain, so to see that he had a episode all about Morocco made me really excited, and so in a way that was kind of like my research. Let's get to it. I think what we'll do is maybe watch some clips because I don't know if I'll be able to find the full episode. Let's do Anthony Bourdain explores the Souq in Tangier, Morocco.
The market, or Souq in Tangier, is one of the best in all Morocco. The food stalls and vendors are still pretty impressive. Wander the markets long enough and you're sure to stumble across the unexpected. Hooves? Sure. How about a lamb's head? Here, nothing goes to waste. Charbroiled to crispy burnt
I remember seeing this.
The meat is scraped off and served on a...
I remember seeing this and I think I was actually really nervous because I've never experienced or seen just like meat hanging. So yeah, tasty hooves. I think I went into Morocco already like, I'm not eating any of that stuff. Like I was just so like, I'm not doing that.
Soaked, cured, and fresh meat.
Smells good in here. The stuff looks good.
This is actually really cool to see in real life.
It's good.
Even as a person who eats less meat now, like this is actually pretty cool.
A Berber favorite, fresh goat cheese wrapped in palm leaves.
Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they?
Ooh, Berbers, yes.
Shukra bizarre.
A little cheese, a little
Who's
flatbread.
this lady?
The perfect Moroccan breakfast
Shukran.
to go.
That's awesome. Yum. Yes, yes, yes. The cheese and the flatbread. Oh, yum, 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 yum. I miss all of that. Okay, so let's do another one. My hot chocolate is so good. We'll do this one about hashish. I think that'll be interesting.
Hashish is the concentrated THC-rich resin of the cannabis plant, as well as varying amounts of its flowers and leaves that have been separated from the buds and compressed into sheet or brick-like form. Keef, a more local and indigenous product, is the part of the plant containing only the strongest concentration of psychoactive ingredients.
I totally forgot about this.
Over a low heat to toast it and release the psychotropic.
I don't know why when I first watched this, I mean, obviously what came to mind was weed. I was just like, hashish is weed. So I just assumed that people were gonna just be smoking weed, but this is not what it is, even from the video. Like, that didn't happen. Guys, that was not my experience. And from this video right now, that's not what's happening.
Cafe Baba. Sweet mint tea in a thick, slow-moving haze of smoke. It smells like my dorm room, 1972.
Good evening, hello.
Hi, I'm George.
This is George Bajalia and Zineb Benjaloun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Welcome to Cafe Baba.
I should say right now, I have no direct knowledge or awareness of either George or Zineb smoking any illegal substances, nor do I have any contemporaneous recollection at this time of me doing anything untoward in their presence. Because that would be like, wrong, dude.
Some tea?
George is here on a
what is
Fulbright
this?
scholarship,
Mint tea?
and
Oh,
Zineb
yum.
is an artist from Rabat. Others in the room, however, well, don't give me that innocent look, you young punks.
Yeah, I remember now watching this and just thinking like, oh no, people smoke weed a lot. And this is what I'll say with things that you watch online, even my own videos, is if you are watching somebody's video, don't take that like full on, like take it with a grain of salt, because that might not be your experience. And this was not my experience at all. I'd never smoked hashish, and I mean, I was around people that smoked cigarettes, but it just depends on maybe where you're going to be going, where you'll be living, where you'll be visiting, and living in Casablanca, Morocco, this wasn't something that I personally saw. Maybe there were places where, in cafes where this type of behavior was more common, but for me, this is not something that I saw.
This is Abdullah. He specializes in making one thing, and he makes it well. An omelet. Well, it's actually more like a Spanish tortilla, but like stonier. The potatoes are boiled, diced, then mixed with beaten eggs and cooked in a cast iron skillet. Oh yeah, the eggs.
I just love Anthony Bourdain's palette for trying new foods, different foods, and basically eating anything. And I definitely went into living in Morocco with the mindset that I wanted to try new foods. So although maybe the idea of seeing meat hung in a market was like a little weird to me, I still was like, okay, there are some things that I would really like to try. And I think I did that. I think I accomplished that goal for the most part. And I think honestly, some of my most favorite memories were in fact when I would get like just random meals at little shops. Did I eat? I don't know. I mean, we ate like some street food, some like road food that was just, you know, maybe not so fancy and plated, and those were usually the best times that I had. I think we have time for one more video, so let's pick something good. Let's do this one where Anthony Bourdain samples Pastilla.
The Grand Souq is a 14-acre estate owned by Christopher Gibbs, a well-known dealer of antiques and longtime expat. Today, he's having a garden party. On the menu, Pastilla, a meat or often pigeon pie, as traditional Moroccan as it gets.
Okay, so what I'll say so far, we haven't gotten to the food yet, but I have some really fun stories about some experiences that I've had where I've gone to some people's houses. Some of them were expats and some of them were Moroccans, and where we would just have like dinner parties and just hang out and laugh and just have a good time and chat. And it reminds me of this, honestly. And before moving to Morocco, I wouldn't have thought that I would be in situations like this, but I did find myself in situations like this, and they were really, really fun, and the food was always super good. So the company was good, the food was good, so it was just great. And those are things that obviously I don't have on my channel because not everybody likes to be filmed. Not everybody, especially at the time when I was in Morocco, not everybody got YouTube. So I did not film a lot of the things and a lot of the places that I went because people were a little bit more private, the ones that I actually hung out with. So yeah.
Today made by Gibbs' full-time cooks, Jamila and Fatima. In Pastilla, the meat on this particular day is chicken, which is slow cooked in broth and spices, pulled or shredded, and then folded into an egg mixture cooked in the reduced stock from the boil. This is layered with blanched almonds, powdered sugar, and cinnamon. And then the whole lot is then wrapped in feuille de brick, a crepe-like dough. After baking to a golden crispiness, the final touch is a dusting of even more cinnamon and sugar. It's got a sweet, savory thing going on. And it's quite tasty.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, I remember the first time I had Pastilla, or Pastilla. Everybody calls it something different. But the first time I had it, it was so delicious. I think I ate probably 2 like pretty hefty plates, and I didn't realize even what was in it. And it wasn't until I went to a friend's house and she had her housekeeper actually teach us how to make it. So that was really, really cool. And then obviously I made it for my own channel. That was something I was in fact looking forward to when I moved to Morocco. It was cooking. I really, really wanted to cook and obviously experience the food like we mentioned, but cooking it is such a different experience because you then realize all the things that go into a dish and all the work, preparation, and love as well that goes into the food that you're eating. And so it was such a cool experience for me to get a chance to make this particular dish. And when I first saw this episode, I don't even think that I put 2 and 2 together. And now I'm realizing, oh, I did get a chance to see this dish before moving to Morocco. And so when I ate it for the first time and I acted shocked because I didn't remember that I even knew what this dish was. So it's just really interesting to see things come full circle. And yeah, I think that's it though. I don't know if this was like a super weird or random video, but I thought it would be fun and just a little bit of a different perspective of my life in Morocco. But if you have any ideas for future videos like this, or you want me to react to something or talk about something in particular, please let me know. I would be very, very happy to do so. I still love talking about my time in Morocco and sharing memories, and obviously building that community of folks that are looking to live in Morocco or India or other places around the world, as well as those of you that are just looking to travel vicariously through me through the internet. So I am done, and I am going to finish my hot chocolate. Y'all, why didn't I get Moroccan mint tea? I literally just bought some and it is so good, but this is good too. So I'm gonna finish this and maybe like lick the cup because it's so good.